Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today we will be discussing a very important topic that I've been asked a lot of times, and I felt like it's about time to share my instincts on this. So as you know, I've been a babysitter, I've been a nanny for like the longest time I could imagine, coming from a background in the Gambia when taking care of your neighbor's child or taking care of your siblings or you know, your family's, your family is like, it's like, how do you call it? It's like babysitting and nannying. So it might not be a professional experience, but it is still an experience because for me, I feel like childcare is childcare, whether you've been paid for it, um, um, monetarily, or you've been just given the thank you as gratitude. Really counts a lot. So yeah, taking care of kids is a passion for me. I really love to take care of kids. Actually, I'd rather spend my day with kids than just me being with grown-ups. No offense, but I love the kids. Like, they have that positive vibe that comes with them. But always often I've been asked this question, like, how do you manage to be with kids? And I have a principle. Like, naturally, I'm just that principled person who likes to do my things, on schedule and following the tic-tac-toe. And that is something really, how to put it. But yeah, how I juggle around being with kids and keeping everyone happy and sane is just one simple rule. Like, if I'm gonna play with a kid, I bring myself down to their level. Like, literally act like a kid, because that's the language they understand. You know, you can't expect a 30-year-old dealing with a 2-year-old and you want them to have the mentality that you have as a 30-year-old. It's not going to work. Everybody's gonna end up being frustrated. So if I am with kids, I bring myself down to their level and do things that they find amusing, things that relates to them. And then this is the trick. When it is time for the kid to do something serious, I step up as the grown up. And I always try to make sure this boundary is established from the very beginning, because once someone gets accustomed to something, it's really hard to sway them away from it. So from the very beginning, we establish those rules. It's not like a tete-a-tete where we're like, oh, this is the rule and you do this, I do this. No. But as we interact, I always bring up those things that we all know, oh, this is my boundary. So when I want a kid to do something, I give you the option, because again, remember, they're kids and they want to feel like they want that feeling to say, I am in control of this. So I give them the option with what I want them to do and what they don't want to do. Like, for instance, I want the kid to come and eat their food. And I'm like, do you want to eat your food or do you want to go and take a nap? Obviously, they don't want to take a nap. So they'll end up coming to eat their food, you know? That is one option. When you have tried the come and eat, all those strategies and it's not working, that's the last resort. Giving them the option to come and eat or to go take a nap. And again, when you give options, I always try to make sure that my options are realistic and are doable, because when you give them that option, they see it as a threat. And when you give it as a threat, sometimes they challenge you to see if you really go through it. So if you want to tell the kid, you eat your food, I'm going to lock you outside, back in your head that you're going to lock them out. But then they will challenge you sometimes. And if you don't lock them out, then they're going to, oh, those were just mere threats. And then you're gonna lose that grip. So always try to make sure that if I tell you, if you don't do this, I'm not gonna do this, it's something realistic, something doable, and something that is not going to harm you or it's not gonna hurt me in the process. because yeah, they're little, but they have feelings. They're like us. They have feelings. So we should always be like taking into consideration all those aspects. And the other thing is like trying to, I don't want to use the word bribe them, but it's like trying to lure them into doing something that you really want them to do. Like something that you know they really like. Like, if you brush your teeth, I'm gonna give you a candy, or if you brush your teeth, I'm gonna take you outside. Anything that you know it's gonna, you know, drive that attention to do what you really want them to do. These are the things that um you might think are foolish, but it does the job. And sometimes I don't want to say anything because they're kids, but they can think, you know. So sometimes when a kid is doing something wrong, I just give you the eye. I just keep my eye on you because they give you the eye contact. They'll be looking at you and be doing something wrong, and then they want to see how you react to it. Like talking all the time. Sometimes they get used to you talking all the time, and then they will not take it seriously. So sometimes I just look at you, just like that. I stare you right in the eye and keep a straight face. And you know what they'll do? They'll try to kid around. They'll try to do something silly to make you laugh. You just give a straight face, and within a minute, that behavior is gonna stop. Or sometimes you just ignore, like don't even look at them. You know, like I had this kid one time. The kid will always try to put their leg on the table, and then I'm like, oh no, don't do that. That's not table manners. And then because they want you to say something, out of nowhere they'll put their feet on the table. And at some point, I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything today. So the kid put their feet on the table, and I was quiet. After 30 seconds, the feet was down without me looking at them or even saying anything. So again, it's just like there's no one simple. I mean, how do they call it? One size fits all, because we're different people. Everybody have your different personality, but it's always good to walk around and see what really works in that particular instance. What might work today might not work tomorrow, but at least you have tried. And with time, you'll be able to all have your comfort zones and be able to tackle the situation. It's not always easy. Some days are going to be crazy, but be reassured that at least 80% of the time it's going fine. So that's one little tip that I wanted to share with you guys on how to how to walk around with kids. And thank you all for watching.